Welcome to the Master Control Podcast, the podcast where we talk about Obi Wan, and then especially Obi Wan episode. No, I always say episode. Obi Wan Part 4, the one where Obi Wan traveled to the ocean moon of Nur to save Leia from captivity from the stormtroopers and the Inquisitors. We meet the new character Roken, who tells us about his wife, his Force-sensitive wife, who died in the hands of the Inquisitors. And we see a very, very adventurous rescue mission out of Obi-Wan's comfort zone.
Comfort zone? Does he have, at this point, a comfort zone?
Yeah, probably he already lost the comfort zone in the previous episode where he fist fought through the alleys. My English brain is already dead.
So, about his fist fighting, about his comfort zone, I don't think that he has a comfort zone besides the cave that he's been living in for the past 10 years.
You and your cave. Get over your cave.
No, how can you get over the cave when you watched Game of Thrones? There's only, and he didn't even have, well, anyway. So keep it short because time is money, money is time. We don't have money, we don't earn money. So let's talk about the highlights of this episode. He discovers the remains of the several fallen Jedi, including a youngling in this pyramid of the empires, which is just like half or like a third just up above the water and the rest is below the water, so it's like a little bit.
Was it called the Citadel of the Inquisitors or something like that?
Yeah, that might be. Anyhow, I was thinking about Titanic or about project management. You know, you see the top of the pyramid and not the rest. He finds this youngling person frozen in time. I was thinking all the time when I saw this scene, when he was walking through, you know, like the ranges, this museum thing. I was thinking about, actually, where is it? Here. Han Solo, like frozen in carbonite, right? Carbonite? Really?
Yeah. Why not?
No, I was thinking about Superman. What was it? Superman?
Krypton?
Kryptonite? Carbonite? Kryptonite? Carbonite? Okay, come up with something else, Hollywood, because it's just around the sea.
This scene was actually my favorite in the whole movie in the whole episode, even though it was, of course, very morbid. In this part. Even though it was very morbid to see all these fallen Jedi, but this was one of the few moments in this part where I actually felt the heaviness, the weight of this episode and the storyline and how dark everything is after Order 66 was executed and everybody died. Because in general, and maybe this is a good transition to the lowlights of the episode, somehow the part lost its velocity, in my opinion. We had, in the first 3 episodes, a very great build-up of weak Obi-Wan, and he was struggling with losing control over the Force and everything is in danger, and Darth Vader comes back. And so there was really this build-up of momentum and excitement of the storyline. And now with this episode, which ended in quite a, let's say, ridiculous note from my point of view, where this whole threat of fighting against the Empire falls down by this ridiculously easy way of rescuing Leia. And even though in the end it appears that the Inquisitor let him go in order to put a tracker on him, but it was not really necessary. They had Obi-Wan, they had Leia, so basically they had everything they wanted, so I don't think that they intentionally let him go. And this way, this was this classic Star Wars fantasy novel, 1,000 stormtroopers chase this unarmed guy and somehow he escapes. And so this was, for me personally, the big lowlight of this episode.
How did you get from the first highlight in the notes to the lowlights in just one sentence? I know time is money and stuff, but we had Leia sensing danger. We had Kenobi using the Force to hold off the window and stuff, and you just transitioned like instantly from the first highlight just down to the lowlights. I get the feeling that you have, totally, and that the whole operation was way too easy. But just a second, let's talk about the fact that he was holding off the whole ocean of Jur, Nur, in order to protect Tala and Leia.
Is that a low light or a highlight for you?
That's a highlight for me because it was the first time that he finally started using that muscle.
Oh yeah, right.
The Jedi muscle
with the water. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because he was holding off the planet Nur just with his bare hand in order to prevent this
the flooding.
The flooding.
But is this really a highlight? I was kind of disappointed there, not because it was not a great scene or something, but this again was this. The Jedi is super powerful and can do everything, and just like as you see with Darth Vader doing crazy stuff. And if I see things like that, it destroys the ability to fear for the main characters, because they obviously have this plot armor that they can do anything they want until it's kind of necessary for the story to fail in some way. But the introduction of Obi-Wan in the beginning of the season he was weak, and I thought this makes the story super interesting because we see him as a human being with human weaknesses, but holding off an ocean.
Yeah, but that's now the twist that you need in order to make it interesting again and to make him a Jedi again, because before he was just a sad old man sitting in a cave, and now he's kind of getting his Jedi revival, if you want, like that. So he needs that. We need that. I need that in my life, to see that he's using a light sword, a lightsaber, and to see that he's combating Darth Vader, and to see the story go in the direction of actually climaxing then in the future in episode 4. Because other than that, it's just a sad story of Eremite sitting in a cave.
Yeah, but I kind of liked this one because it was the premise of a new story, something...
No, it was not. It's actually the same story as with Yoda. Because Yoda was sitting in his swamp.
Yeah, but he did not do anything. He trained Luke, but he did not have an active role in the story to play.
Exactly, and this is how Obi-Wan could have ended up as well.
Yeah, but not necessary. We saw an episode in part 1 and 2 exactly how he was acting and doing an active part in the story without his Jedi powers.
Yeah, sorry, but if I see him once
Detective
more...
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, if I see him once more cutting flesh off a thing to give it to his elephant animal thingy, whatever that was just a sad situation, I have to say.
I liked it way better than what we are seeing here in part 4. But at the end of part 4, there was one situation where I was also again disappointed, where we had this tragic death of, I don't even remember the name of this person, where Reva was throwing this thing and the fighter explodes. Wade, and we actually had the death of Wade, and this was supposed to be very sad because Roken in the beginning said, "You bring us all in danger," and then he actually loses a friend, and this is kind of a sad situation. But we did not really know Wade, and so I don't think that the viewer actually cared about the situation.
No, it was a red shirt situation.
Yeah, right, and so it felt like so arbitrary or artificial.
Sorry, it required an explosion. It required someone to send a bomb after it wasn't an X-wing, after a spaceship. So we needed that as well.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The story needed a tragic death, but because it was just a very small part, it's not like a main character or someone who was actually introduced in form of a character that the viewers are actually caring about. It was just everyone wears this plot armor because they are important for the story and can't die. So we throw in the red shirt. We tell the audience that it is supposed to be sad that this person is dead. And then we move on after like, what was it, like 4 seconds of mourning? I'm not sure.
It was less.
Yeah, right. And so it feels like exactly that. the authors of this part wrote, oh, something tragic must happen. Let some random retro die, and then let's move on.
Okay, so let's move on then to part 5, because we're not gonna get any better in explaining part 4.
Yeah. So my verdict is I am a little disappointed after this very strong beginning, and now for some reason the series takes a turn to a direction that I personally don't like.
He no likey.
Yes.
Have a wonderful day. See you in episode 5. Oh no, wait, part 5.
Part 5.
The as they call it, penultimate
Right.
part. Bye bye.